last night, Donald Trump granted me a full pardon. I was doing life without parole, and I was locked up for more than 11 years. But he let me out. I'm a free man now. So let it be known that Donald Trump is a man of his word. Thank you so much, President Trump, for giving me this amazing blessing. I am so grateful to have my life back, to have my future back, to have this second chance. This is such an important moment for me and for my whole family. It's an important moment for everybody who's been working for this for years. This is a victory, and it's your victory too. And this is an important moment for everybody, everywhere, who loves freedom and who cares about second chances. So it feels amazing to be free, to say the least. It's overwhelming, and for the next however long that we need, I'm going to be with my family so that we can reunite and be whole again and heal. But there's a lot to talk about, and I look forward to re-engaging with the free world. And so once I'm feeling up to it, we'll talk again.
What is going on, YouTube world? Is Coffee tapping back in, man, and you hear those words there from Mr. Ulbricht thanking the president, Donald Trump, man, who we know last time he was in office, he made a big splash, pardoning a lot of individuals on his way out. This time he's just getting in, and he's making a big splash here, as this is the gentleman from the Silk Road. Some may say, Coffee, don't call this guy a gentleman. Call him an evil criminal who created this platform, to spread terror across the U.S. of A., as a debate, depending on what way you look at it, right? Some might say that this man was or is a domestic terrorist. Some might say, nah, this is just a younger dude who had some different political viewpoints, and he looked at drug use and the drug trade a different type of way as far as his politics go, and morality and big business and just things like that. And I don't know, he said he wanted to change the world, and he did, right? It's pretty crazy, right? Like dead ass. Just like, let's take a step back, regardless of your thoughts on this. But as always, jump in the comments and share your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, it's all about hearing from the people over here. Let's talk it up, debate it up on this, and make sure to subscribe, as we talk about a lot of crime stories, news stories, sports, all different stuff on this channel. You know what I'm saying? So definitely share your thoughts, take an opinion on all this. But I'm just saying, let's take a step back and put everything aside, how you feel about this and all that, right? And just say, man, isn't it fucking crazy that this platform ran the way it did for so long, that people were just sending D-rugs through the mail? Like, it's absolutely bonkers, man. And comment and let me know if you guys saw the movie. It was available to stream on Hulu. I'm not sure if it's still up on Hulu. If it is, I gotta go tap back into it and watch it one more time before it leaves, man. But from my research, the movie seemed to be pretty accurate, and it's just insane that this guy came up with this idea. Obviously, Bitcoin and stuff like that was a big part of it, that changed the game, and was able to have all these transactions go down and somewhat eliminate the paper trail, although there was still a paper trail, a digital paper trail, if you will, but it took a long time for them to connect the dots and all that. And it's so crazy too, at the end of the day, if you peep the different things that ended up connecting this dude to this screen name that he had, which was a reference to the Princess Bride movie. Ain't that crazy? Rest in peace, Andre the Giant. As you see, right? Prosecutors said Ulbricht ran Silk Road under the alias Dread Pirate Roberts, a reference to a character in the 1987 movie The Princess Bride, and took extreme steps to protect the marketplace's operation, which again is so bonkers. The way he had his computer set up, like, yo, once he shuts it, it's just deaded off, right? Y'all seen that, right? The way they had to create this big diversion so he would look away and they could just snatch up his computer. But with all the security and all the steps that he took and how successful this platform was, because again, right, it says, my bad, y'all, 200 million, Ulbricht, who was sentenced to life in prison for running an underground online marketplace where drug dealers and others conducted more than 200 million in illicit trade using Bitcoin. The Republican president made good on a campaign pledge to free Ulbricht, 40, who was arrested in 2013 and sentenced in 15 in what became a landmark U.S. prosecution launched only a few years after the emergence of the popular cryptocurrency. You know, and you heard him, man. He was doing life, no chance at parole, nothing. Trump's got this man free, you know, and reportedly, you know, there's a lot of journalists covering this saying that this was supposed to go down last time around as well. You know what I mean? But you know, a lot of journalists are saying, hey, Mr. Ulbricht was supposed to touch down, but that went up in smoke when the Capitol was stormed. That's the headlines that a lot of, you know, journalists are running with. This is also a quote here: the scum that worked to convict him were some of the same lunatics who were involved in the modern day weaponization of government against me, Trump said in a post on his social media platform, Truth Social. Trump said the pardon was full and unconditional, and said he called Ulbricht's mother to break the news to her. Ulbricht was released from a federal prison in AZ late on Tuesday following Trump's announcement, according to the Federal Bureau of Prison Records. So the pardon is in, it's effect, it's full, it's unconditional. He's home. He's with my Dukes. He's chilling. You heard him. He's with his family. I think Trump was going to possibly do some kind of a speech with him, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Trump had announced plans to commute Ulbricht's sentence in May during a speech at the Libertarian National Convention. The Libertarian Party, which has advocated for drug legalization, had pushed for Ulbricht's release, calling the case an example of government overreach. So what do you guys think about it all? You know, the political views, everything, and what they're saying too, like some of these lunatics that were involved in convicting them and investigating them, you know, where the very crazy bastards out running amok on the Silk Road itself, in a sense, right? I don't know. Like I said, the movie was pretty accurate based on my research, and we saw, you know, a cop who got hit with some time, who he got directly involved with the Ulbricht guy. You know what I'm saying? Making a lot of money on the Silk Road and manipulating him into, you know, him thinking he was a HIT man. It's a crazy, it's a deep story, man. But Trump wasn't about to let this guy DIE in prison, and here it is, man. Another pardon has hit, and it's official. You know, like I wonder what will ever happen with Mr. Snowden. You know, there was a lot of talks about Trump being interested and trying to give him a pardon, you know, but his situation is different. I've seen Snowden flat out say, hey, I would come back and face my case, right? If they would say, hey, we will, you know, like have this case be where you have all your rights, etc. You know, because when it comes to treason and stuff like that and everything, like he can be, what is the word I'm looking for? He can be waterboarded, I believe, right? He can be outside of the Constitution when it comes to question him and all that, like, so Snowden's like, I ain't fucking with it, but if they would give me my day in court and give me my rights, I would come and face the consequences, face the music. But he's like, that's not how it's going to go, and that's also another shocking thing to me, that Snowden is still holed up, I believe, in Russia. They granted him asylum or whatever, that he's still there. Like, it's just so wild that they ain't tried to take the man out, or just that something different hasn't happened in that time frame, man. There's another really good movie that I believe was pretty accurate, man. But yeah, man, Trump doing what he does, keeping his word, as again, this was something he had spoke on for quite some time. And you just hear how thankful Ulbricht was. Once again, he says, I was doing life without parole and I was locked up for more than 11 years, but he let me out. I'm a free man now. So let it be known that Donald Trump is a man of his word. And I don't know, man, there you have it. Pretty interesting news. Comment and let me know if you're shocked, if you had already heard of this, your thoughts, all that. There's some other stuff too here, right, where it says Ulbricht's lawyers also argue that although he had created this site, he handed off control to others after just a few months and had been lured back as a fall guy just as authorities were closing in. And I don't know if that's actual factual or not, but one person has spoke out against Trump. This one senator, who is this Democratic Senator Catherine Cortez Masto. She went in. She said, pardoning drug trafficking kingpins is a slap in the face to the families who've lost loved ones to his crimes. Donald Trump should have to explain to them how any of this makes America safer. It's an outrage. That is, once again, Democratic Senator Catherine Cortez Masto. Because something that